Hey guys, Beck here. This is so funny. I got out of the car. It was nice and quiet. Nice park. This is one of my favourites. And next minute, not one, but two of my nemesis started up. They've just stopped. There's two ride-on lawnmowers over there. I can't believe it. I can't get away from them no matter where I go. But anyway, I guess it means the council's mowing the lawns. I thought I'd do a quick video while I'm out because I haven't been doing many. And I just want you to all know that, I'm realising a lot about the last 5 years in this very, very long, what seems to have been a very painful journey at times. And it's still not unpainful. It's still going on because we're witnessing even more things now that are coming to fruition because of choices that people made in their lives a couple of years ago. And so things are going to get harder. And we warned about this, not only myself, many people warned that if that was the road people were going to take, there were going to be consequences. And there have since been consequences that I'm sure we can all see. So that is really unfortunate, and it can make for us to be really worn down. It can. And I just want to share with you how I've gotten past that and lifted myself out of that feeling, because I'm going through some overwhelming feelings at the moment, about death, about just triggers that have come up from my childhood, because I lost my dad when I was 8, and going to that thing the other day, it just really brought back some horrible memories. And so I've been dealing with things, but what I've found is the way the Father's helped me through this, because it is when you're at your lowest that you will reach for Him. And if you don't reach for Him, oh boy, that's when I don't know, you just walk into the darkness, don't you? So what I've been doing was getting into the book of John, and it is really helping, guys. It is, really reading the words of Jesus with fresh eyes, not being indoctrinated by any pastor or any religion, just reading it in truth. So to see what it really says and not even make our own tangent out of it, what we want it to say. We really need to hear the words of what they really are. Come on, Bo. Look at that big, really big concrete structure in there I've never really noticed before. I wonder what that is. It's like an old septic tank or something. Yes, so I think that just from what I'm seeing around me, we definitely know it's not going to get better. We want it to, and if it wouldn't have been for those damn jabs, it probably could have gone back to normal. Life could have gone back to normal. But there's been so much injury and loss of life, and then that just doesn't affect the person who's gone. That affects a multitude of people, and that's just from one person passing. And so the butterfly effect, it's being felt really full on. And so I wanted to talk about this wobbling that's happening. This wobbling. in the eastern side of the United States. If you guys can let me know at all, just drop me a comment, talk among yourselves. But people have been saying that the earth is moving, it is wobbling. Now, that's funny using the word wobbling, because that sort of strikes up images of a round earth. Whereas we know the earth is flat and stationary and cannot be moved, not unless Father moves it. So I think what they mean by the wobbling is, they're feeling the earth move under their feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. You know that song? Wow. Maybe that's really happening. I feel the earth move under my feet. I felt it here a couple of times, but I would say that was some sort of underground booming they were doing. Looking back on it now, I would. Well, one was in the sky. There was one at night, though. That was very unusual. But one could have been in the ground itself. But, yeah, we're hearing a lot of reports. If you go over to Daniel Alexander Cannon, Logic Before Authority, yeah, a lot of people are talking about it there. And I heard it quite a few days ago, before I heard Daniel talk about it. And just forgot to mention it, and I haven't been making videos because I've been concentrating on trying to develop fully my relationship with the Father. Because now if we don't know that we can really stand on our faith, when the cookie crumbles, who are we going to turn to? Who, if there was nobody else there? And that's all I know, that we've got to really focus on our relationship with Him. And that doesn't mean casting everybody's side in our lives. It's the opposite. Open our heart to love, humble ourselves, help those that we even may have resented in the past. Don't see it like that anymore. See it as your challenge. It is your challenge to love. It is your challenge to accept people for what they do to you, because Jesus went through so much more than that. Boy, they absolutely annihilated Him. So we haven't even been through pain, even though we may have been hurt by those that love us, even if it wasn't our fault, even if it was. It doesn't matter really at the end of the day. Hurt is hurt. And everybody deals with it differently. And some people, I've seen pain literally kill people. I have seen people's natures they've taken on because of circumstances that happened, and I've seen them then change into a particular behaviour and never come out of it and die in that behaviour. That behaviour killed them, and they didn't change that behaviour. So obviously it's not funny, is it? But these are talks that we need to have, and it's really hard to have these amongst your friends and your family, and they don't seem to understand these concepts that we really need to spend time thinking about. And that's why we need to get on our own and be alone. We do, and do a lot of thinking. That's all the word meditate means, is to ponder and to think upon a thing. And so when we really read the word of the Father, or listen to it on audio, whatever suits you best, it gets into your spirit. And yes, we know the parts that have been changed, so we've got to stop panicking about things like this. We've got to know Father's in control. And the unwise virgins, they won't understand the changes, they won't see them. But the wise virgins, have a bit of faith in yourself. Stop worrying about Bible changes now. It's time to move on. It has scared a lot of people away from reading the word, from reading the truth. Okay? And if we are not honestly adult enough to be able to understand those changes and where they are, then I just don't know. Oh dear, there's a guy giving a guy a massage on a table. Oh, I have never seen that before. Well, okay. He's probably a personal trainer or something, I would hope. Let's have a look over here, Bo. You're doing really well today. He's doing really good. He is, guys. Father just keeps him going because he's got such a strong spirit. I've said that before about Bo. See, when you get down, you can look at an animal and see that they just keep going and going and going, no matter how tough it gets. But I think the worse it gets, the closer you can get to your Creator. You can. The closer you can get to Him, because you cry out. And you know what? He will answer. He said He will. He will not lie. But He cannot do that to people who don't cry out to Him. And that's why He said in the end, all who call on me will be saved. What's the stipulation there? Does that mean all who call, but however this, that? All who call, but if that? No, I believe it genuinely means all who genuinely call on Him. Even at the thief on the cross, the person at the last minute who realised and went, oh my gosh, please, I'm sorry, I didn't believe you when we first got up here. I do now. Can I please be with you? And our Father, His nature was, of course you can. Of course you're coming. Because you so asked, you so believed. Faith isn't some magic thing that's what they're all doing, the occult. They're searching for magic that the Father provides for us. They miss it. They totally miss the boat, because the miracles are available to us. I've seen them in my life. I've seen them in the life of my children. Definite miracles, things you couldn't say that was a fluke, oh, lucky sort of thing. No, we're talking true miracles. And I think I don't preach the Pentecostal thing. You believe in miracles and you'll get them. No, the Father gives you those miracles when they're needed. You can never demand anything from the Father. And that's the Pentecostal movement does that. It basically wants to summon God. God, I want a new car. God, I deserve a blessing. God, I have been good all week. I deserve to get this or that. It doesn't work that way. There's the helicopter, very busy lately, very, very busy. You cannot summon God, and you cannot command God. Oh, yep, you'll get a miracle. Here, we're praying for a miracle for you. This is where we have to know not to watch these people, these teachers, these false witnesses of the gospel. And, if somebody does say something and it doesn't come true, they're a false prophet. And that's why you should not prophesy. Not unless you've really, truly, 100% would lay your life that God spoke to you. That's why I will only give you what I am receiving from Him in a way that it's not prophecy. I'm not saying, thus saith the Lord, this is going to happen. I've been telling you what He's been showing me for the last 5 years, and everything He showed me has come to pass. And now, this last part where I always, knew that 2023 was going to be the year they set up their economy. I don't know if it's going to be fully set up by the end of this year, but if you want to call that a prophecy, I don't think so. I just heard from the Father, and he instructed me of that time, and that was the only time frame I was ever given. And here we are in 2023, and we're only just gone halfway. So, it's wow. But it's exciting. Instead of getting scared, we need to have faith. So get into the Word. See, here are my nemesis. There's one, and there's the other one. It's so funny. It happens every time. Bo, come here. I'll give you a drink. How you going? Come here. Not that. I'll get you some fresh stuff. It's freezing here this morning. I got one of the Tasmanian jackets on. That's how cold it is, but it's right at the end of our winter. Yeah, so I think a lot of what we've learned, guys, it just could be also screwy if we just don't know. We just have to leave it to the Father, like as little children, and just have the faith that somehow there will be an escape. Yes, somehow there will. But let's not put all our eggs in one basket. Let's be sensible about it and not fight about it. But let's look at what the Word actually says. And when you look at it with fresh eyes, it's different. You need to read it again without other people's opinions in your head. Read the words of Jesus in the book of John. Please do it. I might even do like a reading on it myself, because it is just in a commentary with it what my thoughts are. I don't sway anybody to believe this or believe that, but I think it's important we all learn from each other at this time and try and lift each other up, because things are, man, oh man, things are getting full on. Yep, here comes a nemesis. And it's just time to get spiritually prepared. So whatever we can do to do that, I just want to, even if it's just one little step at a time for you, just one verse at a time, I know it will help. I do, because it's helped me. And we have to go through these really dark times and alone times so that he can reach us. That's it. It's true. If we don't, he can't reach us. You're not going to need him enough. You've got what you need from everybody else around you. So I better go. Love you all. Please leave your comments and let me know how you're doing, and let me know if you have felt the shaking or the wobbling. Okay, that'd be awesome. This is Beck. I am out.